प्यारे बच्चों, आपको हिस्ट्री में सेवेंथ लेसन द ग्रेट अपराइजिंग के बारे में पढ़ा रहा था। इसमें इम्पॉर्टेंट टर्म्स आपको पढ़ने और याद करने के लिए कहा था। ये लेसन 1857 के रेवोल्यूशन के विषय में है। 1857 में हमने सबसे पहली आज़ादी की लड़ाई लड़ी थी, जिसमें अंग्रेज़ों को एक साथ सफाया करने के लिए ये आंदोलन चलाने की बात आई थी, लेकिन मंगल पांडे के द्वारा 2 अंग्रेज़ अधिकारियों के गोली मारे जाने से ये घटना उलट गई और इसे अंग्रेज़ों ने फिर अपनी क्रूरता के साथ इसे दबा दिया। लेकिन भारतीयों का जुनून, आज़ादी का जुनून उनके अंदर ही अंदर आग की तरह जलता रहा और आगे चलकर 1947 में भारत को आज़ादी मिली थी। लेकिन पहली सबसे लड़ाई की शुरुआत सन 1857 में हुई थी, 1857 में। इसके बारे में हम पढ़ाने जा रहे हैं। देखिए, हमने शुरुआत किया था द रिवॉल्ट ऑफ 1857। The British rule in India faced a number of revolts, but the revolt of 1857 was most severe one. It really shook the very foundation of the British Empire in India. It was also for the first time that many Indian rulers came together to oust the foreign power from the country. जैसा कहा है कि इनको पूरा एक साथ भगाना था। यहाँ अब नेचर ऑफ रिवॉल्ट क्या था? द नेचर ऑफ दिस रिवॉल्ट इज मच डिबेटेड। इन फैक्ट, फ्रॉम द पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू ऑफ इट्स एक्सटेंट एंड द नेचर ऑफ इट्स पार्टिसिपेशन, द रिवॉल्ट इज कंसिडर्ड एज फर्स्ट स्ट्रगल फॉर इंडियन इंडिपेंडेंस। The British historians of the time, however, called it Sepoy mutiny. There is no denying the fact that the revolt was an organized movement. It possessed a national philosophy and represented a national outlook in the context of those days. In principle, it was directed against foreigners and represented a desire for independence. The cause of revolt: there were several causes which led to the Great Revolt of 1857. Some of these are as follows. Political cause: various political of consequence and annexation at different times not only affected the Indian ruling class but also the sentiments of general population as well. The conquests were followed by policies which protect the interest of the colonial government. This enraged the Indian rulers such as Rani Lakshmi Bai of Jhansi, Nana Sahab, the adopted son of the decreased Peshwa, the Nawab of Awadh, Mughal Emperor Bahadur Shah II, and the Rajput leader Kunwar Singh. Economic cause: a large number of landlords lost their jagirdari rights. Nearly 20,000 big landlords lost their land during the governor generalship of Dalhousie in the Deccan alone. The resumption of rent-free tenure under William Bentinck had disposed many landlords of their lands. In our too, many rich talukdar became paupers overnight. The ordinary peasant also suffered grievous under the new system of revenue settlement, which increased rural indebtedness immensely. The economic condition of the artisans and the indigenous merchant community was equally deplorable. The British commercial policy completely ruined the Indian handicraft industry. Social cause. The British social policies proved detrimental for the whole Indian society. Social reform measure the promotion of Western education at the expense of Oriental learning, the introduction of railways and telegraph, and the disparaging of Hindu religion by the Christian missionaries, etc., proved damaging to the fabric of the traditional Indian society. Military cause. The Indian soldiers in the army were subjected to all kinds of humiliation by their British officers. They were paid merge meagre amounts as a salary as compared to the British and the European troops. At every stage, their religious sensibilities were hurt. The upper caste Hindu recruits particularly felt disturbed by the prospect of the travelling overseas, which was a social taboo. The immediate cause, the new infield Pritchett rifles. Pritchett rifles were introduced in the army. Their cartridge was simmered with the cow and pig fat. It was a sin for both Hindu and the Muslim soldiers to use their teeth to tear off these cartridges before use. But the British authorities forced the Indian soldiers to do so. This was the most powerful and immediate cause of revolt. The course of the revolt. The revolt started from Barakpur in Bengal, March 1857. Varmangal Pandey, an Indian sepoy, shot down the British officer of the regiment, which was disbanded immediately. The news of the beginning of the revolt spread quickly. The actual revolt broke out at Meerut in May 1857. Some Indian soldiers were taken into the custody for refusing to use the greased cartridge. They killed their British officer, burned down their houses, and released the prisoner from Meerut. The soldiers marched to Delhi, where they were joined by the Indian garrison. Bahadur Shah Jafar was proclaimed the Emperor of India. Within a short time, the revolt spread from river Satluj to the river Narmada. Delhi, Bareilly, Lucknow, Kanpur, Agra, Banaras, Jhansi, and many places of Rajasthan and Bihar became center of the revolution. Kunwar Singh directed the force of the revolt in Bihar, while Nana Sahib led it from Kanpur. Ahmadullah directed the revolt at Lucknow. Hakim Asahullah at Delhi, where Firoz Shah actively involved himself as Mansoor. Tantia Tope took up the leadership at Gwalior. Rani Lakshmi Bai fought pitched battle at Jhansi. The British power in India was tottering and stood at its darkest hour at that time. Suppression of the revolt. The Sikh regiment in Punjab remained aloof from insurrection. Similarly, many parts of the Rajasthan, southern India, and Kashmir remained under the British control. The Najim of Hyderabad, the Begum of Bhopal, the king of the Nepal, and Maratha chieftain Sindhya of Gwalior came forward to the help the British. Delhi was soon taken back by the troops under the leadership of the General Nicholson. The aged Bahadur Shah II was taken prisoner and was deported to Rangoon, where he died in 1862. His two sons and grandson were executed in front of him, while Lucknow fell to the British commander-in-chief, Colin Campbell. Rani Lakshmibai of Jhansi died fighting heroically at Gwalior. Her comrade in arms, Tatya Tope, was captured and hanged to death. Kumar Singh too fell in the battlefield. Nana Sahib was also defeated and fled to Nepal. Thus ended the first struggle for Independence Day. Cause of the failure of the revolt. Thought the revolutionaries fought valiantly, they lacked an unified command and were unable to organize a united front. There was no coordination among them and no clear-cut goal. Indian soldiers fought bluntly but without any efficient organization and any advanced art. There was no for planning before the outbreak of the revolt. It was therefore quite easy for the British troops and their efficient generals to defeat the revolutionaries. Thanks.